So the vet team is taking x-rays of Marley. I think she has a potential adopter wanting to come in, and they're just doing double checks on her feet.
So this morning we had Marley up. We were waiting on her to get her feet trimmed before we took radiographs, because when she came in, she had fat deposits that are consistent with clinical signs of equine Cushing's or metabolic syndrome. Not that those are the same thing, but they're both in the metabolic category. But so we ran a test on her, and she had elevated EACTH in the range that would say with clinical symptoms would be PPID. So we wanted to take radiographs of her feet because PPID predisposes horses to chronic laminitis and other kind of like skin conditions, respiratory infections, colic, things like that. So we just kind of wanted to evaluate her feet to see if she's had laminitic episodes before, because she is non-painful today and she was at presentation. So she got her feet trimmed yesterday with our lovely gentlers. They did a great job, and so we came and did radiographs, and she does have rotation. I don't know if you can see this. This is her left front, and even though our plane on the bottom isn't completely flat, it's slightly angled, but if you look at the angle of the hoof wall, the dorsal hoof wall, and the tip of P3, you can see that it has changed. It's supposed to run in line with this dorsal wall, and it is not. And there's also some changes in the capsule inside that you can see there's a gap there. We did the left front and the right front. The right front does have some degree of rotation, not as much as the left front. She is non-painful right now. She's not lame, but because of PPID, they can get pergolide, which is the only FDA-approved treatment for it. So she will need to be on that lifelong, and it does help, but sometimes laminitis still kind of comes through treatment. So we're concerned about her and her long-term quality of life, but right now she seems comfortable. But if she happens to have another laminitic episode, that could create more rotation. So she's really cute and really young. She's 8 years old. So it's a little sad and surprising that she has all this going on right now, but it's definitely something that we'll have to talk about and bring to management's attention, that she does have some rotation, but she's comfortable in the pasture at the moment.
I somehow have been found, and now I am helping load up the cats for Megan. So she's here. She kind of brought some cats earlier, so we got their vaccines and everything done for them. So she's going to take them to hopefully PetSense, and hopefully they get adopted out from there and find their good homes. So we're going to get them loaded up and everything. So hopefully it goes well and no one loses a finger. Come on.
That one is Snow. I meant to say Snow.
Take your time. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and grab Stormy. Hi, Stormy. I'm gonna grab you, okay? Okay, awesome.
You got this?
Yeah, I got Stormy.
I'm picking up six cats to take to two pet stores, PetSense and PetSmart. I will be picking up another cat, Onyx. They just wanted to make sure he'd be okay and good. I know that the vet did clear him, but they wanted to make sure just in case before we brought him to a pet store, just because of his leg.
I'm out here with Blackberry and Gray. Hi, Gray. What are you doing, buddy? Hi, Chenoa. I hear the sweet meow of Tux. She's behind Chenoa. I hear you. There she is. What are you doing? Little Paolo's in the pasture with Chenoa now. And he's laying down. There he is. Just laying down, huh, Chenoa? Up. Hey, he can lay down. He turned around. He said, leave me alone. Paolo got up and now he's interacting with Gunpowder. Gunpowder's like, who's this? And Chenoa's pasture. Hi, Monty. Now Chenoa and Monty are saying hi to each other. Hi, buddy. Look at her waiting over there in the corner for me. Tux, come on. She's like, oh, I'm good over here. Where are you going? Well, it looks like they added some brushes for the cows. And the horses can use them. But since Bruno and Blue Jeans are in this pasture, this will be nice for them to rub against. Okay, heading up to quarantine.
So we're up here at the new intake hospital or intake barn. We are going to run up Q3, which are those 5 mares that came in from Arizona right before December. So we're going to run them up to see if any of them still have respiratory signs, fevers, things like that. If they're all passing that screening, then they're going to get their boosters, and then they should be cleared to go into general population to go into the training program. Get it, girls! Overshot it. Good job, ladies. Go through the open spot. Yes, 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 yes. All right. You're so pretty. She still has increased inspiratory noises. They sound better than they did last time. She doesn't have any crackles or wheezes. She does have an elevated temperature. For horses, anything above 101.5 is considered a fever, as long as it's not associated with like obvious exercise or something like that. We did just run them up, so I'd like to recheck her in about 5 more minutes. I'll release her from the squeeze. We'll recheck her and see if it comes down any more into a normal range, and if it doesn't, then I would say it's probably a true fever. And in that case, I probably would not release her into general population.
We got these horses from Arizona, Love of the Hoof, and Tawny kind of wanted like different tribal names for them. So I took care of that. So I named her Halea. It means prairie, it means pretty prairie in a tribe in Florida. So you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, we just kind of went out and picked some of the out of the box names. So hopefully you guys like her name, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on the meaning, but yeah, so it's supposed to mean pretty prairie. So she is pretty, huh? Look at her little face. Yes. Don't jump out.
So I can fit through that hole.
You cannot fit through this hole. You probably could, but don't put that in your brain.
If it's holding steady at 102, then I would probably say that it's probably a true fever. But if we want to give her 5 more minutes, we can.
Yeah.
Positive reinforcement.
We can always put her out there on the other ones, because I mean, if the other ones can't even go out.
That's true. Good girl.
Come on, you don't stop being curious for a minute. Outside.
careful.
I don't think her belly can fit in there. I touch your butt.
There you go.
I touch your butt again.
I brought us some.
Okay.
Hello. I know, it's okay. You're very pretty. Just some, you got one little booger, but it's not like mucopurulent. 100 what?
100 pulse.
Oh, okay. It looks like normal weather and cold nasal discharge. All right, ma'am. Hi.
No concerns last time.
She has increased respiratory noises, inspiratory and expiratory, more so on the right. I couldn't really hear so well on the left. Couldn't tell if she has crackles. She had a lot of gut sounds kind of interfering with that softness, but I didn't see any nasal discharge, and she doesn't have a fever, so she just might have chronic lung changes.
So this horse in here is Ka. She is one of another Arizona horses, so I got to pick the name again. So her name is either Willow Tree or Mother Willow. It kind of has the same meaning because she is said to be pregnant, so it kind of differs into her baby. So again, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that's supposed to be what it means in Navajo is Willow Tree or Mother Willow. So definitely suits her. And Dr. Gina has a rundown.
Yeah, so we have her in here, and I listened to her. She still has increased inspiratory and expiratory noises, more so her right side than her left side. I couldn't really get up and over her very well and listen on the left side on all the lung fields that we like to listen to, but she had those same noises when she came in. So she doesn't have any overt signs of respiratory inflammation or infection right now. She doesn't have any nasal discharge. She doesn't have a fever. So it could be that she has pulmonary scarring from having some kind of severe pneumonia or something previous to coming here or while she was here at the very beginning stages. So because she doesn't have a fever, she doesn't have nasal discharge, just the lung sounds, no crackles or wheezes or anything like that. We went on and gave her her boosters, and we're going to clear her to go down into the general population, but kind of keep her under surveillance just in case she starts having some nose goops. But today she looks great.
Come on,
It's scary.
get in there. Come on. Good girl. No, don't back out. Come on.
Nice. The right side sounds really good. If you want to go in, you can. Good girl. You don't want me to listen to your left side? The only thing I can hear is artifact from her hair.
So this is Nina. She is also part of the Arizona group, and her name means, in Greek, it means flower, but in Native American languages, there's multiple meanings. One is flower, one is fire, another one is fighter, and another one's water. So we kind of mixed up the meanings a little bit, but most likely it means water in a Native American language, but we know for sure in Greek it means flower. So whatever the meaning is, if you guys can figure it out. But she is a super sweet girl. She's probably one of the sweetest ones out of this group. We were able to do everything without the chute, so she's definitely has a good head on her shoulders. So hopefully she's cleared. She can go into the training program and maybe become a better horse for someone. So she will hopefully be available for adoption soon.
Yeah, the real quick, brief physical exam I could do on her, listening to her lungs, she sounds really great today. I didn't see any nasal discharge. When Nicole scanned her, she didn't have a fever, so she got her boosters, and I cleared her to go and out with everybody else in general population. We'll just kind of keep an eye on them once they're down there, but she looks good today. All right, now you have to go forwards. Good girl.
Good girl.
I don't think I see any overt nasal discharge. Am I making things harder for you?
Can you put your head up?
From what I can hear of her upper lungs, they sound good. I can't get to her cranioventral lung space. Every time I try to put the stethoscope there, she moves. So all I get is the hair artifact scratching on my stethoscope. But non-febrile, I don't hear any coughing.
Yeah, I haven't heard any coughing.
So I think she'd be okay to get her boosters. What?
This is Naita. She, again, is from Arizona. So she is hopefully going to be cleared today to go down to Gen Pop, but her name does mean bear in, I believe, Choctaw, which is another native tribe. So again, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But yeah, so she definitely is a little fighter. She's a little spicy mare, but once you get in her training program, she'll probably calm down. She has a very nice conformation, so she'll definitely make a very nice trail horse, hopefully.
Yeah, last time we looked at her, she coughed and had some increased lung sounds and some discharge, but today she looks great. I couldn't, from what I could hear, she didn't like being very still, but the lung fields I could hear and the sounds in those fields were normal. She didn't have any nasal discharge, didn't have a fever, so I went on and gave the green light to give her her booster. So she with the others are gonna go down to Gen Pop, except for the one that still has a fever today, but we still have one more horse to go through, so hopefully the majority of this group can go. You're free!
Go see Nicole. She found that little opening right here in the green panels. And she like put her nose in there. Whoa. Such
going, ma'am.
sassiness.
Hello, ma'am. Sure. 100.6.
Perfect.
What you doing? Do you smell something yummy down there? But not that crisp, but she's moving back and forth a lot and like,
Yeah.
so I don't know if it's artifact from the hair moving around.
You want to squash?
Maybe, but then I can't get to the cranial ventral because it's part of the squeezy part, so. But she didn't have a fever, she doesn't have discharge. So I'd say we go in and boost to her.
Okay.
Easy. Good girl. Very good. All right, ma'am. How am I going to get this in that part of your neck? Okay.
With this horse, everyone has been trying to figure out how to say her name, and part of that is probably my fault because I made a typo on her name. Her name's actually supposed to be pronounced Ha'ea, which is Navajo for sunrise or rising sun. So I kind of gave her that name just because she kind of had a kind of bad upbringing and everything, bad past life. And now that she's here, it's just kind of opening up a new door for her. So she's rising up through everything. So she definitely is a little spicy mare, but with the right training and everything, she should turn out hopefully very well. So we're very excited to see her continue to be a little feisty. So we'll see. But Dr. Gina has some words for y'all.
She's very unsure of people. She's curious, but so listening to her is kind of hard to really auscult her lung sounds because when you're listening with a stethoscope, there's artifact that you can hear, like the hairs moving, or if they're tensing and releasing their muscles too quickly, that can create noise artifact. But I didn't hear anything overtly concerning. She didn't have nasal discharge, didn't have a fever, so I'm gonna pass her to go to Gen Pop today. She got her boosters, so like all the others, we'll keep an eye on them for the first week or two that they're down there, just making sure that the stress doesn't bring anything out, but she's cleared to go down with her friends. She's smart. She's real smart.
Okay, to move the other horses, we're gonna move these across the pasture and then bring those mares down into this pasture. Time to go get the other mares. So the mares are being run down to this pasture that I'm at right now, and they did clear all of them. So the other one, they redid her temperature, and it is 100.1, I believe. So she is now being released into general population as well. I think it was Hilea. So we've got 2 coming in. To get these other 3 in, it's taken quite a few people to kind of corner them off. We're gonna send them down the alley over here, and then they're just gonna run down and come into this pasture. But you can see the whole line of people. Hopefully this works, which I think it will. And there they go. Here they come. So Tito has been working with Chenoa, and she's leading now. He's got a little system set up over here. So that's why you see the tarp blowing.
We'll find a way to go through it. Come on, go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Up on the head. Got it.
There you go.
Good girl. Again, again, again. Good girl. Again, again. Good girl. Up. Again. Come on. Nope. This way. Come on.
She's doing very well.